changing lives.
Meeting a woman on the internet.
Women Voices on Silverbirds Reading 94.7 FM. Highlights, challenges women face by educating and enlightening the public with the aim of changing stereotypes that affects the progress and development of Nigerian.
How do you like that?
It brings to fore the issues of rape, sexual and gender-based violence, harmful cultural and religious practices, amongst others. Every Wednesday by 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Silverbirds Radio 94.7 FM, Abuja.
It's Women Voices on Rhythm 94.7 FM Abuja, coming to you live from the Federal Capital Territory. I'm Atinuke Nukay. There are several times you drive down the streets of Abuja, especially in the evening. Under the red lights, you see ladies scantily dressed, and they are selling something without holding something. That is, they're selling something that is invisible to the eyes, but you can tell what they are selling. Not safe for work to mention. That is the trend, and it has been a trend. Like they say that prostitution is one of the oldest profession, in quotes, because I am not seeing it as a profession, even though some people see it as a profession. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. The street language, they use hookup, they use runs, they use escorts, they use several street languages for it, but it boils down to selling an item, selling your body. Although there's been this argument that well, it's my body, I can do whatever I want with it. But in some countries they are illegal, and even countries where they are legal, it still has its moral consequences. It still has its consequences. So we are going to be talking about that today. Hookup, is there really a need for it? We have Ralph Shobowale. Ralph Shobowale is a humanitarian street gospel artist and a social evangelist. That is, he tries to, preach the word in such a way that it's not going to be boring. Because once I see you clutch a Bible or clutch any form of it, this time you're coming towards me, I just tell you, guy, hold lamb. I know whatever you want to tell me. Don't worry. Have you given your life to Christ? Is my life. But today that is what we're going to be dwelling. Is there really need to do hook up, hook down, hook center, hook left, or just find an alternative? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Welcome to the show, Ralph.
Good morning, Nukay.
Yeah.
Good morning, listeners. So glad to be on here today. I'm really happy. And today we're talking about the reality of what most of our young ladies do when it's dark hours of the day. So I believe that if we can look out of self and then picture ourselves in the reality of time and then embrace what we are supposed to do as humans instead of selling ourselves for cheap prices, I think the world would be a better place.
Or even for expensive prices.
Yeah, that's true. That's the price.
Yes. Even for any price at all. Do you know that this hookup of a thing, do you know that guys have started joining it?
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that guys too already joined.
We know
I've
a lot
seen
of them in the
yes,
business.
in the business. I've seen a lot of people on social media. Do you understand? Guys that are selling their wares. I even saw one lady of late. She takes bell and she'll be ringing and be selling her body. A Nigerian girl selling her body on social media. Yes, extreme. Okay, so most of these girls, I've had advantage in the course of advocacy to speak with some of them, and they claim that it is because they don't have any work, they don't have any money for startup and everything. So for those girls who say because they don't have money for startup, that's actually why they are selling the only capital they have, which is their body. What do you have to say to them?
I would like to start off by saying that we cannot blame God for making you beautiful and making you have a good body shape. I think the problem is not the startup. I think the problem is the mindset. You see, when our young ladies feel that the best way or the easiest way to make money is to sell their body, I think it's the lowest form of low self-esteem. Because you as a lady, naturally you can multitask. God has given you an inbuilt ability to, to be able to do a lot of things at the same time. So you have the ability, the strength. The Bible says that God made them helpmates. So you have the inability in you to multitask, to do a lot of things together at the same time. So going and sliding down to hook up and selling your body, I think that is the lowest thing you can ever do as a lady or as a woman. Selling yourself or selling your body just to make money, regardless of the fees that that is involved in it. I think is the lowest form of making money for you as a lady, because there's so much in you that you can achieve multitasking yourself, doing a lot of things at the same time. And I like to say this: a lot of our ladies like to live above their means. They want so much. They want so much, and they are pressured to to do anything to get it in a very short period of time.
Okay. Like before we started this conversation, and I was talking about startups, that some of them claim that they don't have money for startup and all that, and you made a point that the gadgets these people
most definitely I've encountered a lot of ladies because,
yes,
as a matter of fact, I'm into nightlife on a major basis now. The least let's see, the least brand you see is, in short, it's an iPhone. The price of an iPhone, let's say randomly an iPhone 6, which you never have not seen. You see iPhone 11, iPhone 12, iPhone 13 on with these ladies. But if you convert the value of that phone, it's enough to start up a very good business. Enough to start a very lucrative business that would sustain for a long time. I like I said, I think it's the mindset that is actually, poverty is not a thing of I think not a thing of money or something. It's a mind that is poor, and then not wanting to see yourself outside these things. I feel that is the major problem.
Okay, mindset. All right. Well, we're still going to throw our phone lines open so that people can contribute. In case you want to contribute, you can contribute, and you can also follow us because we're streaming live on Facebook at Atinuke Nukay. You are very right. I've had an experience where I got to speak with some of them, and I saw the phones they are wielding. It's no small phone. The hair that they are wearing.
You need to go to
the hair they are wearing. And I had to ask one, sorry, did you buy this hair or did you rent it? Because this hair is worth nothing less than 150. And she said, no, it's 220. I said,
oh my God.
I said, and you'll be wearing different. She said, of course, because she needed to, look good and then catch up with
invest in the body.
Yes, invest in the body
majors.
And everything. The phone I have never used an iPhone before. Not because I can't afford to save to get it, but the reason is because I may not use like 50% of it. So I use whatever I'm going to make optimal use. I use an Android, and I've not been able to use about 70% of the usage because there are sometimes I'll be doing something on it and someone would say, do you know you can actually do this? Do you know you can actually do this on your phone? I say, oh, I didn't know.
Sorry to go to
yes.
Do you know that most of what they use these iPhones for basically is just for pictures and videos?
Yes, and just
iPhone,
to show it to your show.
And everything.
Okay.
And iPhone is beyond that. iPhone is just like, since the body is their major source of income, so they are investing so much in branding it. And then if you wear these things, you're spending so much, and yet they tell you, I don't have enough. I want to say I need to. A lot of them wants to make like 3, 4, 5 million, 7 million before.
Even if they make it, they buy a if they make 7 million, they buy a car of 6.9.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay, now you were talking about mindset. Let me give you an experience of something that happened. I went to taco market. There's this my customer I used to buy fruits from. So she saw me trying to pack things into the car, and then she came. our daughter came to help me pack those things into the car. When she came to help me, I just looked out of nowhere. I even wanted to give 200, but it was only 500 I had with me. I said, okay. And I'll give Mary, that's her name. And I'll say, okay, take. If you see the excitement when I gave her this 500 naira, I'm driving down to something. She was so excited. Thank you. She was hugging me. I said, check it though. It's only one piece. So you don't think it's two pieces. She said she knows. She was so excited. She was just jumping all over. Then in my mind, while I was going, I was like, why was this girl so excited over 500 naira? Let me tell you now what happened. The other time I went to the market to buy fruits, I saw her. She saw me from afar and she came to hug me. I said, how are you doing? She said, thanks for the other day. I said, what happened? What happened? She said, she came to thank me because she has started a business. I said, oh, that's good. She said, no, with the money. I said, how? She said, that she bought 2 bags of pure water. That she already had a bucket. She bought ice block on credit. And since that time, the turnover she has gotten, she was able, to be buying, to be getting chin and be reselling. That's what she's selling with her pure water. 500 naira. 500 naira. What I'm trying to say, I am now understanding that mindset of money is not enough to start business. I was so touched. I had to say, come. I didn't have cash with me. I said, come, let's go to the POS. 5,000 naira, come, take. If I have more, I will give. She said, I will invest. She used the word invest for 5,000 naira. Believe me, if you go to Taco now, you see her selling egg roll. She's selling zobo together with her pure water. 5,000 naira. And she's doing madam. That she's going around controlling this. No, this 5,000 naira.
5,000.
So now I now understand so much where you're talking about mindset. So for people who have this mindset that I have to have like 100 million to be able to start big or have this mindset, is because I don't have enough or I don't have any business idea or what. How do you deal with that mindset that I must sell my body to make money? That is the only capital I have and that is what I want to sell. It's not your body, it's mine.
I would say this, that when you see yourself above what you actually want and then trying to be let's say for instance now, social media as a pressure gadget over most of what these our ladies are seeing and then wanting to be along, just to make sure that they are following the trend, is affecting what they should actually invest their money on. Because most of what the cries of I don't have enough, I can't start up with this, I can't start. Give them that exact money that they think if they have right now they will do. They will either go and look for a car or look for something and then just squander the money till it's over. The idea of you starting up something with little, every big thing starts from little. There's always a small beginning. The Bible says that don't neglect the little beginning. There's always a little beginning that you must start from. And if you are not ready to start small, you might never make that bold step of starting at all. If you are not ready to start small, you might never make that bold step of start, because if you are waiting till you have the big cash to start up something, you might not even have it. So what the little you have, look around you. If you don't have it right now, look for a restaurant. I happen to live on the street for close to a year, in short, over a year, and I realized that sometimes you don't need to know anybody to go walk into a restaurant, tell them I'm looking for a job.
Yes, even if it's to wash plates.
Yeah, I'm telling you, before you know it, the least they will pay you is 20,000 naira, and they will give you food, and you have a place to stay. So in less than 3-4 months,
you get network.
Yes, build network, and then before you know it, you're already out of trenches. You are doing fine with yourself. If you can see the light, if you can see yourself bigger than the situation, all right, you surely do great.
Do better, yeah. So we're going to talk about foundation. Very important, the home you come out from. We're going to talk about that. But before we go further, we're going to throw our phone lines open. So you can send us message. Yes, Patrick from Caro, from New Caro has already sent us one message. So you can send us message on WhatsApp on 0817-8000-947. Okay, that is fast, I know. 0817-8000-947. You can also call on 0901-094-77777. You can call on 0901-094-77777. That is 47 in 4 places. And okay, so let's quickly take this from Peter Rex Abakba, born great. I like that name. He said the fact about this so-called high-class ladies or fake life ladies in quote is that their mindset is so poor, and they, with lazy mentality, they consistently want to look flashy without any hard work, input, or efforts. I call it a damaged mentality, greed, and quick money making habits as eating deeper than we think. I bet they don't even know about the power of turnover over petty businesses. Yeah, that is true. All right, okay, so we'll just quickly take this one from Patrick Nukay, then we'll continue with foundation. Patrick, it says it's not necessary, however, our mindsets are different. This person has been calling over and again, so I wouldn't want to miss this call. I've missed this call severally. Please, could you turn down the volume of your radio set?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Is that Cynthia? Cynthia from Asokoro. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So, I'm this issue of who call talking my language, whatever it is that I want to call it.
Yes.
Like your guest has said and you have said continuously, actually a thing of mindset.
Yeah.
I'm someone that works with the corporate world, and then the level of hookup that goes on among the corporate world is something else. Right? People go around clients, so that they friend partners, people see their bosses, just the random people. Some of them go to work in the morning wearing suit and tie and the evening. They're wearing something that is doing that fashion doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even about getting money to the capital, because there are people that I know that work, they earn well, they drive cars, but they still have customers or clients.
You're right.
It's not about greed and then trying to live above your means. I believe as humans, we have the ability to multitask, we have the ability to find multiple sources of income. We know where the world is right now. You have to tell who has to leave your house.
Exactly.
There are many things that you can do. I think it's just a thing of finding which other source of income can you add to what you earn. Because the truth is, we can't even close our eyes to the economic realities of the world today. It's something else. It's just out of the road. But if you don't need a decent life, the salary is not good enough to go there anymore. And sometimes it's not to support them for them to be able to run their personal life and then be able to manage business. I think at the end of the day, aside of women, Nigerian girls, Nigerian business, you just have to find some multiple sources of income. Because trust me when I say you'll be so happy with yourself when you do something for yourself and you know that this is hard work and then you have to.
Yes, it's from yourself.
For yourself.
All right. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. All right. Let's just quickly take this one from Patrick, and then we'll move to the foundation. We're reading that from Patrick. It's not necessary. However, our mindsets are different. Some of these individuals have sealed up their mind that is very cheap and stress-free to get money by selling their bodies. Can we change their wrong mindset? I don't necessarily think so. How do you convince a lady or a guy who makes 150k per night to stop doing the job and start a small business? The only saving grace is God stepping in and changing their minds. It's a very long message, so we may just have to end it there. Patrick from New Caro. And then Femi says that I would like to support the girl you spoke about in Otaku, at Otaku Market. Thank you so much, Femi. We'll get to you. We'll take you physically to meet the girl so you can, support her physically. We'll go to Wale Oguntoku, but quickly, let's take the foundation. Do you think that a home or the foundation where that person comes from, do you think it really matters?
Yeah, it matters a lot. There is a first day to try out something. There's a first day. There are conditions that would prompt a lady that will say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to step in. However, there are situations beyond, normalities. For instance, in the case of abuse, there are some people that are into what they are doing right now as a result of trauma, abuse from maybe even uncles, relatives, or maybe a boss or something, and they've not been able to live outside that particular scenario. It keeps on haunting them. For a situation like that, it's also a foundational program. It's going to be very hard for such a person to see herself out of prostitution or equal. And there are cases of friendship. Schools. When a lot of ladies going into school, university, they are so determined, and before you know it,
they change.
Switching.
Yes, they
switching.
switch.
And you notice the change in them. You just realize that this person is no more all she claims to be. This thing happens over and over a lot. In all schools, it happens a lot. There are stories of this kind of this thing, and there are times whereby parents don't take enough time to, the girl child needs more attention. The girl child needs, because she's exposed to a lot of decision every day. Normally for a lady, sometimes I just try to put myself in their shoe. With the pressure from the kind of guys and men that we have in this our age, with the pressure they put on them, and without the presence of a father or a mother who's close with the girl child at a very early age, it can affect the decision of such a lady. When you're making decision as a young girl, you might be so vulnerable into making decisions that would alter over time, because there is no guardian to put such a lady through, and before she knows it, she's deep into prostitution or hookup.
All right, okay. Yeah. Lastly, I got to know via your social media that you are organizing sort of like a conference. You may not want to mention the name of the conference now, but you're organizing the conference, like a get together for ladies, in this course. What do you want to drive home? Do you think you can change what do you intend to achieve with that conference?
As a spiritualist, I'm a Christian, so I will have to draw my facts from the Bible. Luke chapter 13, talks about a woman with infirmity. The Bible says that she could not help her. She's been bent for 18 years. She can't help herself up. She could not help herself up, except for even for the intervention of Jesus. And Jesus said, "Woman, be thou loosed." There are situations. The Bible said that she was under a demonic force. The spirit made her subject to that particular illness. So there are cases whereby these decisions and this lifestyle of prostitution, they have a spiritual this thing to it. They are spiritual. If you trace it down, there's a demon or a spirit behind it, because we can't take it out. It's a known fact that we are in a spiritual world, and there are some spirits that are behind prostitution. Way back to the early age, Genesis, prostitution was mentioned. So there are spirit demons that are in charge of these things, and with the power of prayer and fasting, we can actually cancel or break any of whosoever is going through or under the power of demonic attack. So this gathering is a feast, a banquet. There's food for every lady that will be coming, and then
I like that part.
We'll be praying to break curses and attacks for over such a lady, to stop whatsoever demonic attack or oppression that she's going through.
No problem. I'm going to attend. I need to attend that conference. I don't know why, but I need to.
Whatever you want, any food you want to eat, we'll serve
I need to attend that conference. All right. Okay. So this is where we yeah. Thank you so much, Ralph Shobowale.
It's a pleasure.
Ralph Shobowale is a street gospel artist. He is also a social evangelist and a humanitarian. Thank you so much for contributing to the show. So yes, even if you are still, I don't know if it's to convince you, but you may want to change your mind because it's not a long-term business. There will get to a time where your mind will want it, but the body would not want it. And I don't want to liken women's body with a model or flowers. With time, it fades away, either you like it or not. If you like, do all the BBL, do all the everything and all that, that time, then what would you now resort to? So just give that a thought. Thank you so much, Cynthia from Asokoro, Peter Bakwa, Femi, who says he would want to support Mary, and Wale Oguntoku from Lagos, Bukola Feni, Muluwa Olariwaju Ebenezer, thank you so much. Sagir Ibrahim, thank you. Patrick from New Cairo, thank you. And thank you also Christiana Agia for handling our social media. Thank you so much. And thank you, Marvelous on Radio, that is Marvelous Phillips. Thank you so much for producing me this morning. I remain at Atinuke Nukay. Join us same time, same station next week. To have a wonderful day. I was shouting, Marvelous! On Fridays I will stay back so that you will.